Hello guys, and today I'm going to show you the top 5 best budget smartphones under $100. So before we start the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And with that being said, let's get started. So number 5 on the list is the Nokia 2.1. The Nokia 2.1 is a really cheap budget option that will be great for any basic use. For just over $60, the build quality on this is quite good. It has a plastic build that looks good and is something you would expect at this price. It has a standard Nokia smartphone look and is also not too thick for its size as well. The display on this is a 5.5 inch 720p IPS panel that by today's flagship standard is nothing impressive but is still usable. The specs on this include the Snapdragon 425 CPU, 1GB of RAM, 8GB of storage, and a 4000 mAh battery. These specs should give you good performance in most normal work, and the only negative here is the RAM, but other than that, it is good and the phone lasts for really long because of the large battery. Cameras on this include a 8MP rear camera and a 5MP front camera. Both of them aren't anything special, but they do the job for the price. Number 4 on the list is the Xiaomi Redmi 6A. The Xiaomi Redmi 6A at exactly $100 offers almost everything that phones double the price offer and more. The build on this is actually really good for the price. Unlike the Nokia 2.1, the Redmi 6A has a metal build that feels much nicer and also more premium, and it too is quite thin and light. The display on this is really good and it is a 5.5 inch 18:9 HD panel that has vibrant colors, and the 18:9 aspect ratio is a plus point. The specs on this include the MediaTek MT6761 processor, 2GB of RAM, 32GB of storage, and a 3000 mAh battery. Performance is actually quite solid for normal day-to-day use and is even capable of gaming. The cameras are probably the biggest weakness here, yet they aren't too bad. The rear camera is a 13MP sensor and the front camera is a 5MP sensor, and both give out average results for the price. So number 3 on the list is the Moto E5 Play. The Moto E5 Play is probably the best cheap stock Android phone you can get for this price. The build quality of the phone is good even though it's made fully of plastic. It doesn't look or feel as premium as any metal or glass build, but for this price, you can't complain much. The display is a 5.2 inch HD IPS panel that has decent looking colors and contrast, decent viewing angles, and a 16:9 aspect ratio. The specs on this include the Snapdragon 425 CPU, 2GB of RAM, 16GB of storage, and a 2800 mAh battery. Performance is good, and because of the stock Android OS, you get a smooth experience while using the phone. Cameras on this are like most budget smartphones, which means that they are usable, but not much more than that. With this, you get an 8MP back camera and a 5MP front camera. Overall, it gives you reasonable quality, and the back camera is capable of taking 1080p video as well. Number 2 on the list is the iPhone A4 Pro. The iPhone A4 Pro is actually a really great smartphone that is an unreal deal for this price. It has a premium build, a good looking display, great performance, and good cameras. The phone is made up of a combination of glass and metal, and it feels extremely premium with a very unique look. The display on this is a 5.8 inch 18:9 HD panel that looks really good with vibrant colors and good sharpness. The specs on this include the MediaTek MT6763 CPU, 4GB of RAM, 64GB of storage, and a 3000 mAh battery. These are some incredible specs that you would find on phones triple the price, and should even be able to do some high-end gaming on this as well. The cameras here include a 16MP rear camera and an 8MP front camera. Both of these give some impressive quality photos, and overall, this smartphone is a great purchase. So number 1 on the list is the Huawei Honor 7A. The Huawei Honor 7A is in my opinion the best smartphone you can get for under $100. The build on this is great, and it comes with a thin metal body that not only looks good with its design, but also comes in a few different colors as well. Overall, the build is good and is comparable to the Honor 7X, which is quite a bit more expensive than this. The display on this is a 5.7 inch 18:9 HD IPS panel that looks really good with vibrant colors and good contrast. The specs on this include the Snapdragon 430 CPU, 3GB of RAM, 32GB of storage, and a 3000 mAh battery. Overall, the performance is solid with a smooth experience in most work and the ability to play most games with good FPS. The cameras are probably the biggest plus point on this. On the back, you get dual 13+2MP sensors, and on the front, you get 8MP sensor. Both perform great in bright as well as low light situations, and it might just be the best camera on a budget smartphone. Overall, as you can see, this phone doesn't have many flaws and gives some great value, and that is why I would highly recommend getting this. So that's it for the video guys, thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel, and hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.